So I am at a hobby toy store in Berwyn, Illinois. And if you are a diecast car collector looking for a few places to shop near the city of Chicago, well then this video is for you because this store, called Berwyn's Toy Trains, is located just 10 miles away from downtown Chicago. It's also just 20 miles away from O'Hare International Airport, which is the largest airport here in the Chicago area. And I often get asked by fellow collectors, where are the best spots to shop for diecast near downtown Chicago? And while there are plenty of great options within the greater Chicago area, so that includes the suburbs, that includes very north of the city, very south of the city, there actually aren't too many places really close to downtown Chicago. So again, this one's just going to be about a 20-minute drive from downtown Chicago, about a 30-minute drive from the airport, and maybe you're going to be visiting Chicago for a few days, or you might even just have a relatively longer layover at the airport where you can make a kind of quick stop. You should probably dedicate a couple hours at least to actually drive here, check out the selection, and then drive back to either the city or the airport. But if you are pretty close to the downtown area, this may be your best spot to shop a high concentration of die-cast vehicles. This is actually my first time here, and right off the bat, I am quite impressed with the selection. We just went through the front cabinets, kind of right when you walk in the front door. And then they have this really impressive wall of premium diecast brands. So Auto World, M2 Machines, Greenlight. And as you can see, the price stickers are pretty much on every single product. Those bright neon stickers give you the price tag. And the store is not just limited to die-cast pieces. As the name implies, Berwyn's Toy Trains. You'll find a bunch of different collectibles. You'll find a lot of train sets. So a lot of those hobbyists who are into model trains, great store for you. I don't think I'm going to be getting any footage of the trains because I want to focus on the die-cast, but there are plenty of other options for you at this toy store. But as you're seeing, even just within the die-cast selection, this is what I love about these stores, is just the randomness of it. You see all these different pieces all throughout die-cast history. Plenty of different cars to choose from, trucks to choose from, commercial vehicles, delivery vans, muscle cars. So then this is another cabinet towards the front entrance. Got a couple pieces still in their packaging. Otherwise, we have a really nice spread of loose vehicles here. Try and go nice and slow for you. A lot of nice pickup trucks. And go down to the next shelf here. Got some JDM Customs, some Real Rider wheels to choose from. So that's really nice if you want to pick up some new wheel designs for all of your customizing needs. And I see we have some Volkswagen drag buses in this tray here. Iconic casting from the 90s. Very heavy, very chunky, just screams Hot Wheels. Okay, we're down to our next shelf here. And then towards the bottom, here's another shelf. Some more loose vehicles, all of your stickers, again, right on the, well, actually on the die cast in this case. If it's carded, then they have the sticker on the packaging. And all the way to the bottom shelf. Yeah, nice spread, but let's head over to the Hot Wheels wall. So I do want to spend some time here just to kind of give you a good idea of the different types of pieces that you can find, even just within one brand. So as we are going to get in here, this is all going to be Hot Wheels. And not just modern pieces, but Hot Wheels all throughout history. Being able to see a piece that was just released within the last couple years right next to a piece that was from the 90s or the early 2000s just adds to the fun of hunting. Right? If I went into this store and they just told me, oh, we only have 2024 and 2025 Hot Wheels, well, then at that point, it's pretty much the same as going into a big box store like Target or Walmart to shop for pieces. But that is the beauty of secondhand stores like this one. Secondhand, meaning you are the second hand to purchase it. And what that means is these may have been sitting in bins or drawers or on shelves, in homes, in basements, in garages for several years, only to make their way to this store for collectors like you and I to shop and find those pieces that are at least new to us, right? But otherwise an older vintage piece. Yeah, so even just on that one peg there, we had pieces from the 2020s, from the 2000s, and from the 90s. More modern section here. This Ford van here, new for 2024 label right on the card back. And another way to tell that it's a modern piece is if you look at the Hot Wheels logo on the card back, it's very cropped in, it's very zoomed, very large. So if you see the Hot Wheels logo that big, taking up that much amount of space on the card back, you know you're looking at a modern piece. And I must say, I'm not crazy about the price stickers on the actual card back. I am primarily a loose collector. However, if I do want to save the card back, that can sometimes be annoying to take off, right? You want it to have that clean look, even if you keep it carded. And sometimes those stickers leave a bunch of residue. Now, I'm going to contradict myself here, but what I actually do really love is if I find a carded piece that has like an old sticker from Toys R Us, right? Because then it just kind of adds to like the story of it, the history of it, where it was sitting, where it belonged. I have a few pieces in my collection that have a clearance sticker as well, which again just helps tell the story of this die-cast work of art. So yeah, I kind of just contradicted myself there, but maybe it's just if it's not a well-known store, I could make do without the sticker. But again, I am primarily a loose collector, so it's not the end of the world. Let me know your thoughts on price stickers on the die-cast products down in the comments. Yeah, so we'll just keep shuffling through here, trying to take in as much as we can. Yeah, and pretty reasonable prices too. We're looking at about $3-4 on each of these Hot Wheels, still in their original packaging. Definitely interested in this unique design here. The what is that called? The Vendetta. It's got that X-Racers look to it. So transparent body there. It is all plastic to get that transparent effect, but I think it looks cool. Those X-Racers, the way the light hits them is almost similar to how Spectraflame reflects light. It has just a lot of facets, and so don't totally write off those X-Racers where it's a transparent body, because they do look really cool in the light, and how the light hits it, the way it reflects that light is a really cool look. Something I definitely admire, right? Because then you kind of get into the territory of these die-cast cars are almost like pieces of jewelry. If it's a Zamac car, kind of resembles something like a white gold or a sterling silver. If it's a X-Racers, like that Vendetta we saw, then it's kind of more like a gemstone maybe. Same goes for Spectraflame. Just the way the light hits Spectraflame paint. Oh, chef's kiss. It's just, it's like a piece of candy. It's a work of art. It's a piece of jewelry. Can definitely spend hours just staring at the beauty of these, well, in a sense, dollar cars. That is what blows my mind, is that the Hot Wheels and just die-cast collecting niche in general is such an affordable and accessible way to admire and appreciate car culture and toy design. Because just for $1 and some change, you're getting the graphic design, the actual tooling of the casting, the wheel choice, the color choice. And spend some time looking at the pieces in your collection as well as the ones out at the stores, because what I've often found is you look at the car and you kind of get the, your eyes and your brain can only take in so much at once. So I have often found that I'll look at it several times and I'll still miss details. There's a couple pieces in my collection that I've had for years now, and out of the blue, I maybe had it sitting on my desk and I was looking at it and I say, hey, that's something I haven't seen before. Maybe it's like a little graphic on there. Maybe it's something in the actual casting that I didn't initially see. So spend some time looking at these pieces, because you will be surprised by how much the designers are able to pack in, even if it's, say, a fictitious model, right? An original design, a fantasy design, whatever you want to call it, as well as the replicas of real life vehicles. Got a really cool fast feline. I'm interested in these gorgeous simple curves. So clean. OH5s are also my favorite, so that piece really jumps out at me. And you can look at a lot of these and just think, oh, well, it's so simple. It's a $1 car. It mimics a specific automaker, or it mimics a random car visual identity, right? The silhouettes of a car, the different facets of a car, like the exhaust or the hood or the way the A-pillars are shaped. You think, oh, that's so simple, but I don't think it's that simple. There are just millions of different decisions the designers need to make. Check out this cool one from 2007, the split decision. Really crazy look. So even just all those shapes and contours on the roof, there's thousands of different decisions to make. And the designer chose this one, right? You get the full execution, the actual in real life. You can touch it. This is the final product that they went with. But to get to that point is just so many different hoops you have to jump through. And as someone who has spent time in design platforms like Adobe Illustrator, I also do a lot of video editing, you know that there are just millions of different decisions you need to make throughout the creative process. So just another reason to appreciate these die-cast pieces. Even just a single line. How thick is the line going to be? Where is it going to be placed relative to the belt line of the car, or relative to a number on the car? The thickness of lines, the shape of a graphic. There are just so many decisions. And then when it's all said and done, again, it's a $1 car that we get to pick up and enjoy for hopefully years to come. Yeah, there's another X-Racer. See how the light hits it? Just so cool. Like little gems. My wife and I are actually currently down a gemstone rabbit hole. We've been watching some YouTube channels where some hunters of gemstones go out, similar to how I'm doing this right now, looking for die-cast vehicles. There are some gemstone hunters who go out to places in America that have a high concentration of different rocks, different minerals, and we've been enjoying watching them basically have a treasure hunt, which I think is another reason collectors love the Hot Wheels hobby, is because in addition to looking for your favorite pieces, you also get to hunt down treasure hunts and super treasure hunts. I think there's that inner kid in you too that just loves the hunt, right? Looking for gold, treasure maps, X marks the spot, right? There's just there's that kid part to it as well that makes all of us adult collectors giddy and excited, and as some will say, heals our inner child to be in this diecast hobby. So we're at the Matchbox section now. Matchbox obviously known for more realism, so you see a lot of less fictitious, crazy designs that Hot Wheels does, and more just realistic pieces that you can see driving around on everyday roads. Yeah, and I just rotated out some pieces in my display case here in the Contour studio, and I actually have a lot more Matchbox up on the display as opposed to Hot Wheels. So okay, so then we get into some larger scale pieces, going nice and slow for you, letting you take all of this in. All these are in their original packaging. Larger scale is obviously going to take up a lot more room in your precious storage space, your precious display space. And I've said this in other videos, but if you do primarily collect 1/64 scale vehicles, and you're looking to add a few larger scale, make sure the larger scale really represents who you are, what you enjoy, what you like to collect, because that piece, solely because it's larger than your 1/64, is going to make more of a statement when it's showcased in your collection, even if it's in storage, right? It's going to take up more space. So do make sure that if you pick up a larger scale piece, that it just really embodies everything you love about car culture. Maybe it's your favorite automaker, maybe it's in your favorite color, maybe just the paint job is totally insane and you want to look at it just for that. I know I've considered picking up larger scale pieces solely because of the paint job. It's just so shiny and brilliant, and there's a lot of just gorgeous surface area to it for our eyes to just feast upon the sight of a beautiful collectible. Got some other loose, larger scale pieces down here. I do see these from time to time at stores like this. I don't really know too much about the brands that make this. That's something I will hopefully have more information on in the future. But yeah, just different odds and ends. Got some diorama figures down at the bottom shelf here. Got that cool SWAT team box truck. Some more loose vehicles here, all larger scale. I believe most of these are going to be pullback as well. So as a collector, we have the decision of going more with your free rolling wheels like Hot Wheels and Matchbox, or your pullbacks. And then some old school designs include, what's it called? Friction powered, where you don't pull it back to release and have it go forward, but instead you just go forward with it, and as you're keeping your hand on it, you're generating kinetic energy, and then you let go, and then the friction kicks in. I don't think that's the right way to say it, but the way it propels forward, when you push it forward, you're able to let go, and then the car continues to roll down for some time. Got a cool Johnny Lightning Demolition Derby here. Really crazy colors on that one too. Okay, so then we're just at the bottom shelf again. Some carded pieces, some Johnny Lightnings, some Greenlights in there. Really cool truck. I love the shape of the propane part of it, where the trailer would be for a semi-truck. Okay, then we're checking out some other large pieces by a brand called, what is that called? Bruder? Again, a brand I'm not familiar with, so if you have any information on it, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to try to do my research, and just that's what I love doing too in my free time, is not only shopping for Diecast, but learning about all the history, all the brands. I study these pieces like they are art history. That is why the slogan of my channel is discussing Diecast from an art history perspective. I'm so fascinated by all the different brands as if they're artists, and different movements as if it's using die-cast metal versus using more plastic. Got these fun little Maistos I was really interested in, different construction vehicles. I've never seen Maisto packaging quite like this line here, so this was a really cool treat to see. Yeah, and then we got this really cool Loves truck. I love seeing the Loves truck stops if I'm making some long car rides. I love the branding of Loves. The colors are great, yellow and red. Check out all this detail on this truck. Man, this is really tempting. I want this, but I just don't have the space for a larger scale piece like this. Okay, go wide for you again here. Some more Bruder. So many amazing commercial trucks, all serving different utilitarian purposes, something I'm very passionate about. Just off to my right is my entire display case of commercial vehicles. So I definitely love this this genre, as I like to say, right? You can get certainly overwhelmed by the amount of product that is sold within just diecast car collecting. So finding those genres of vehicles that you like can really help. And speaking of that genre, we have a few trains up here, but what we're going to see down at the bottom shelf is some more commercial vehicles that I really, really like. A lot of these are tempting here. Yeah, a bunch of tractors, of semi-trucks, some delivery vans, some other various commercial vehicles. Got that tanker in yellow center of your screen. A couple tankers, actually. Some other really cool trucks. So I didn't come with the best day. They actually had Santa Claus here, which we're going to get a clip in a second. I was hoping to film the video with my voice in the flesh, but instead I'm recording here in the studio just because of the craziness at the store. There you can see Santa. But thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.